All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. We out here in a undisclosed location. We found a natural camera stand. So Lord willing, you know, this lesson that we get into, we step up some. It's going to be edifying. We're going to start off with this scripture in Job chapter 14.
This is Job chapter 14, verse 15.
Oh wait, is it 14 or
15?
15?
Yeah,
14.
14.
Call it again.
Job chapter 15, verse 14. What is man that he should be clean?
Read it again and call it louder.
Job chapter 15, verse 14. What is man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous?
Right. So when we evaluate ourselves, we know that the Most High's ways are not our ways, right? You can read about that in Isaiah 51, where it says, my ways are not your ways, saith the Lord. Okay? And if you find it, you can pull it.
Okay.
If not, it's no big deal.
Okay.
I'm gonna read Job again. It says Job chapter 15, 15 and 14. It says, what is man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous? Because the scriptures also talk about how our righteousness is as filthy rags. Okay, so this is basically putting it in proper perspective that we are not as perfect as we sometimes may think ourselves to be. In reality, we are worms. Okay, it talks about that in Isaiah. Also, it says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob." Okay, it says, "Behold, he putteth no trust in his saints. Yea, the heavens are not clean in his sight." Okay, so the Most High doesn't, necessarily even trust his saints with certain things, man, because we are susceptible to this flesh. Okay, how much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh iniquity like water. How much more is a man that's in this flesh? Okay, because the angels, they're not in the flesh. You see, it says the heavens are not clean in his sight. All right, so who are those that dwell in the heavens? The angels. Okay, compared to the Most High, man, we're all as an unclean thing. All right. So it says, how much more abominable and filthy is man which drinketh iniquity as water, like water. We're continually transgressing the laws of the Most High simply by being in this flesh. You got it?
Isaiah 55 and 8. It
55,
says,
Salakia.
for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says Yahweh. Saith
Right.
Yahweh.
Right, man. So our thoughts do not equate to the thoughts of the Most High. All right, and our ways can't equate to His ways. Okay, we don't. The Most High doesn't eat and sleep and drink. Okay. He simply he exists, man. All right. Now he has emotions, but his thoughts are above ours. You got it, bro.
Continue, huh?
Yeah.
Verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, it says, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
Right. So the Most High dwells in a higher state of being than us. So therefore, his understanding is higher up. Okay. Now let's go back to Job.
This is Job chapter
15 and 17.
15, verse 17. I will show thee, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare, which wise men have told from their fathers, and have not hid it, unto whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor.
Right. The wicked man, Esau, the so-called white man, back in his mind, man, he really, his conscience is condemning him. Okay, because he knows that he's in for a rude awakening. All right. They're scared of so-called black retribution, which is simply the retribution of the Most High's nation, okay, which are the Israelites, because they put us in captivity. You got it?
God. It says, verse 21, a dreadful sound is in his ears.
Right. A dreadful sound is in his ears, man. Okay, he he's scared of the tumultuous chaos that's to come. Get Isaiah 19 and or do you have a precept?
No, brother.
Okay, get Isaiah 19 and 1. Okay?
Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Right. So the Most High is going to come through his son Yahushua to send judgment forth upon the nations. Okay? And guess what? They're going to be moved upon his presence, meaning they're going to be troubled, and they're also going to be shaking and trembling. Okay? When they see that power that the Most High has. You got it.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Right. Okay. And so Esau, sometimes he has visions, you know, about America being destroyed too. You can see that because you have movies out. All right. You have movies out that basically depict that. Okay. War of the Worlds, Independence Day. Okay. Invasion movies that basically put it in perspective that America is going to be invaded by so-called UFOs. Okay. And also you got movies with nuclear missiles in it, like the Terminator 2. Okay. All right. The whole Terminator series is basically to prevent the destruction of the world by that Skyrim. Okay. Skyrim was like a technology, an artificial intelligence, basically that wanted to destroy the world and have robots rule the world. Okay. But they destroyed it by thermonuclear fire. Well, guess what? Robots aren't going to rule the world, obviously, in the world to come. But the world is America, and these other nations actually are going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man. Okay, particular areas in the world are going to be destroyed. You got some? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor.
Right, so that movie, The Purge, they got The Purge, the first one, Purge Origins coming out. Okay, the whole idea with that is going into martial law, which we know is coming soon as well. All these things Esau thinks about, okay, in the back of his mind, man, when he's riding in his Cadillac or in his Mercedes. All right, you got a precept?
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and I'm gonna start at I'll go ahead and start at 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And like that brother is going into, you know, with that scripture we just read in Isaiah the 19th chapter, the 2nd verse, you know, it says they shall fight everyone against his brother, and we know the Egyptians are in today's time you Americans, and so I'm gonna read the scripture again. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." And can you grab that word out, or I can grab it?
Yeah, my phone's recording. So.
Oh, Salakia.
Now I don't know how you're gonna get it. Oh, you're gonna get the definition, like regular definition.
I was just gonna grab that word sedition real quick.
Yeah.
You know, just for edification.
Yeah, man. These people are gonna be robbing each other, stealing from each other, okay, torturing each other, cut each other's heads off, the limbs off, okay, all because there's not gonna be no food, there's not gonna be no water, there's not gonna be no laws. This is gonna be pure utter chaos, okay, and so that's what they're going to use in order to institute the mark of the beast. Okay, they're going to use that chaos, that order out of chaos. Okay, you got it?
This is that word sedition from Google. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch.
Yeah, so basically martial law. You know, they're going to rebel against America, man. All right. The people who dwell therein are gonna rebel against America. You see?
It says, so I'm gonna start at the top, verse 16, 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. "For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. You know, like brothers going into, you know, you Americans are gonna be running to each other's houses. All right, when the food trucks start moving, it's a famine. You know, you Americans, especially you preppers, you know, these people gonna come, you know, bust in your house, you know, with whatever they got in hand to kill you and take all your goods, man. You know, and rape your wife. You know, put your kid to death, put you to death. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So yeah, it's not gonna be it's gonna be complete unlawlessness. You know, people aren't gonna be worried about what Trump has to say. You know what these politicians have to say. You know.
I got a precept.
Gone.
Going into the famine and into the destruction, pestilence. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9, it says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field." Okay, so if you get killed with an axe, okay, you get your body sliced up and chopped up with a sword and you bleed to death, okay, or you get your head cut off, or you get your body cut in half, or you get shot, that death is better than famine. Because in famine, you wandering around in the field looking for something to eat, you looking for water, and then you start to get demented when you get dehydrated, man. Mm-hmm. If you get dehydrated and you out in the wilderness, you're not gonna be able to to think clearly. You know what I'm saying? Bugs gonna be biting you, you're gonna be hungry as hell, and your body's gonna be consumed away, simply because the Most High wanted you to die that way instead of you dying, you know, in 1 or 2 days by bleeding out or something like that. Okay, and so these things are coming to America. All right, coming to a city near you. All right, all types of plagues to this place. All right, in order to fulfill the wrath of the Lord.
This is second. Can I pull this? Lock it, brother.
Go ahead.
2nd Esdras 15, verse 5. Behold, saith Yahweh, it says, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So yeah, you know, as the brother said, it's plagues coming to the world, you know, and that scripture speaks for itself. It says a sword, famine, you know, the sword, you know, is modern day gun, you know, famine, death, and destruction, you know. So those are those plagues that their brothers just speaking about that's coming to America. You know, like you said, to a city near you. In due time.
Con. Hey, can you get Ezekiel 24 and 6?
This is Ezekiel 24, verse 6. It says, okay, so lock it, brother.
24 and 6.
Ezekiel 24 and 6. It says, which were clothed. Oh, so lock it. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh, Lord, saith the Lord Yahweh, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it.
Right, man. So what is that bloody city? That city that was established upon the blood of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, it's talking about America, okay? America was founded by taking over the lands of the people that were indigenous to this area, all right? Which is something that's going to be continually brought up because they say the home of the free, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yeah, brave enough to slaughter the Most High's people, okay? That's, people don't really talk about that genocide too much, ironically, okay? And then you set up your own boundaries and say, no, you can't come here. This is cut off. This is our land. Well, that's hypocrisy, man, because you're the one who killed the Native Americans. You killed the Native Americans. This whole land is supposed to look like this, okay? You know, or according to wherever climate that you're in America, it's supposed to look like this, okay? Green everywhere, but you go downtown and you'll see nothing but traffic lights, you know, skyscrapers, concrete every damn where, man. Fire hydrants, okay? Police cars, niggas, you know? And it ought not to be that way, but that's because Esau, the so-called white man, is ruling this world. Now you can get that in Job chapter 9 and 24.
This is Job.
Unless you have something else.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Con. Hey, do you still got that precept in Ezekiel?
Con.
Read that verse again. I wanted to
Okay.
finish breaking down that verse.
This is Ezekiel 24 and 6. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh power, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein.
Right, man. America is known as a melting pot. Talk about that in Habakkuk 2 and 5. Okay, if you want to get that,
Okay.
because the bloody city, we just broke it down. How that's talking about America, the city that's built, the city that's built on blood. All right, the blood of the saints. Okay, and then I think it talked about that in Revelation chapter 6 too. The saints who were slain for the testimony of Yahushua cried unto the Most High, asking him how long until you put this devil in his proper place. All right,
Where's it in
Zechariah,
Habakkuk?
yeah, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Let me see. Yeah. But hold on, don't read it yet.
Okay.
Because the pot and the scum is basically Esau's laws, man. That he has messed up. These laws that are contrary to the laws of the Most High are filthy. Okay, this makes this place dirty. It defiles it. All right. That's why whenever you read in the history, whenever our people were taken down by Antiochus Epiphanes, okay, it talks about how they defiled the temple. Okay, the Edomites defiled the temple by setting up strange laws that are contrary to the laws of the Most High, which make it filthy. Okay, and so that melting pot, okay, is America, man. All right.
Precept.
You got a quick precept? Okay.
This is Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. So yeah, like the brother said, you know, he was just talking about the so-called white man's laws. You know, he passes laws like homosexuality, which the Lord is against. You know, transsexuality. You know, all types of
Pedophilia, bestiality.
yeah, all type of wicked things that the Most High, the Creator of the universe, is against. You know.
Right.
And that's unrighteous, as the scripture said. But yeah, going back to Ezekiel,
No, we're gonna go jump to Habakkuk 2 and 5. real quick.
Habakkuk 2 and 5.
And then we go to Job 9 and 4.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine.
Right, now this is just talking about the wicked, all right? Esau is transgressing by wine. When you read Revelation, I believe the 7th chapter, it talks about how the Most High set up Babylon, the mother of harlots, to basically give wine, make the nations drunk, okay? And when they're drunk, talking about drunk off the philosophies of this place, all right? And it causes them to be filthy, man. It causes them to be defiled, all right? Which is why the Most High is going to have to purge it, all right, through thermonuclear fire. You see? I want to look it up. Yeah, this is I'm gonna pull it real quick. Revelation chapter 17 and 1. It says, "And there came out of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication." So they follow the ways and the philosophies of America, and they become drunken by doing that. All right. When I say follow the ways and philosophies of America, I mean they think that the American way is the right way. All right. They're adopting GMOs. They're adopting America's laws. Okay. If you look in the news, all right, the news, the national news. I'm not talking about. I'm sorry, international news. You'll see that the laundry list of nations that have made homosexual marriage legal since Obama made it legal, man. Okay, and that's one example of showing you how the lewdness of America is Salaki. The lewdness of America is being made popular amongst these nations. All right, you got it, bro.
Okay. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Right, so he does not keep it home, man. Like I said, that's how you know that America is really one big melting pot, because all these other nations are influenced to come to America. When they see Esau's advertisement, they see his military over there in their lands and in their nations, they're like, oh man, I could never beat this guy. I'm gonna join him. Okay, and so that's why you had Rome too. Okay, was known as a really a melting pot, because they made so many pacts with all these nations, and then you had ambassadors coming into the city of Rome during that time. That's why Paul went to Rome, because there was Israelites over there in Rome. Okay, that's why the book of Romans was written, because there were Israelites that believed in Yahushua in the city of Rome. You see? You got it, bro.
And is as death and cannot be satisfied.
Right. You know, Esau can't be satisfied, man. Death, the grave cannot be satisfied. It's always opening up itself unto more and more dead bodies. And that's the same thing with Esau. Okay? Esau has heaped up unto himself treasures for the last days, for naught, because the Most High sees that all of these riches that he's getting is gonna wax old as a garment. Okay, it's moth eaten, it's corruptible. All right, we're gonna get finish that verse. We're gonna get to Job 9:24, and then we'll finish it off if you don't have anything else.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. Okay. So he's gathering and heaping up all these nations and all these people, all right, as a labor force. He's exploiting them for their resources. Okay, everything that he goes over there, he claims to be part his. I claim this in the name of, whatever, in the name of America, because just because he's an Edomite, he thinks that he's gonna be able to get away with all of these things that he takes over. Okay, and America is at the pinnacle of that. You have these other these other Edomites that dwell in other nations. They have that same sentiment, but Esau is the one really pushing it hardcore. You got something?
Yeah, come on, bro. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to look into inward thought. This is Psalms. Yeah, this is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. And like the brother was saying, they'll go somewhere new and claim it and put their name on it. Mm-hmm. And this is talking about Esau,
Right. And they think that it's gonna last forever. Their dominion across the world is gonna last forever, man. They're sadly mistaken. All right, you got it, bro.
Okay. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right,
man. So the earth, all right, the inhabitable earth is given into the hands of the so-called white man. Even though we out here in the field right now, away from skyscrapers and cars and stuff, man, if you zoom out on the map, man, it ain't nothing but Edomites residences. Okay, ain't nothing but airports and helicopters and yachts and everything, man, because Esau, the earth was given in his hand. We can't just walk 100 miles each direction and not see an Edomite, man. Okay, damn sure nowhere in America, but more than likely anywhere on the earth. All right, there's an Edomite in every country, man, which it shouldn't be that way. Okay, but hey, since the earth is given into his hands, guess what? He has dominion over the earth as of right now, until Yahushua comes back to establish his dominion. All right, so we're gonna go back to Job. Unless you have some chapter 15, we're gonna read down.
Job chapter 15,
this
verse
20.
20. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him.
Right now, this so-called white man is in prosperity, man. Okay, but who's the destroyer? Yahushua is gonna come to destroy these with vengeance these other nations that have put us down, man. It's time for us to be put back in our rightful place. All right, but at first Yahushua has to get his, man. Okay, because those who spat on him and killed him, man, they still haven't received that recompense yet. All right, that Roman centurion that pierced him still hasn't received his judgment yet. All right, from over 2,000 years ago. You see? So guess what, man? Yahushua has to come back and delegate, man. Okay, those who he's gonna have mercy on, and those who he's gonna punish. You got something? If not, go ahead and read.
This is Job 20:22. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword.
Right. So he thinks that when he when he comes up on a level, or when he comes out of his house, or when he basically rises up out of the ashes of America after it gets destroyed, that he's not gonna be met with a chariot outside his front door, man. Okay, he thinks he's gonna be able to come up out of them bunkers, and the Most High is just gonna let him just repopulate the earth, okay? And the implementation of the Georgia Guidestones is gonna be in effect. No, man. Okay, what's coming to pass is the destruction of America, okay? And Edomite rulership, Edomite supremacy is gonna be put down. Because as soon as this place gets destroyed, which is the hub of Edomite supremacy, then that is when the beginning of the Most High's kingdom is going to be implemented. You got some? It's all good if you don't. Just keep reading, bro.
Come. I was gonna pull this from. This is Psalms chapter 147, and okay, this is Psalms 149, Salakia, and verse 8. It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Read up.
Okay, where do you want me to start, brother?
At the beginning of the sentence.
It says, verse 6, let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
God, that's talking about the saints. The men that endure to the end are going to receive that dominion and that rulership over the earth. Instead of the so-called white man, the men of the Lord are going to be ruling the earth. Okay? Instead of the wicked, the righteous are going to be ruling. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Right. So what vengeance? What is this talking about? First of all, did this come to pass? If it came to pass, when did it come to pass? All right. And if it didn't, then when is it going to come to pass? Okay, because all the words of the Most High writes, man, is not going to come. Speaks is not going to come unto him void. So they have to be completed eventually, right? So, like I said, if this wasn't already fulfilled, then this must be fulfilled. Read that verse again, Baba.
It says, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Right. So that doesn't sound like God loves everybody, man. To me, that sounds like favoritism. Okay. But the reason why the Most High is going to put up the saints over the heathen and bind the heathen kings and the heathen nations up and put fetters of iron on them is because they did the same thing to us. Okay, when we were in captivity. See, everybody wants to say, okay, yeah, I'm sorry for slavery, and then think that they're gonna be good. No, man. All right, you get the sentence, and then you serve the sentence, man. Okay, the serving of the sentence is coming soon. Right now, you're just getting sentenced. You see, two different things. So Esau thinks he can escape judgment by saying, okay, I'm sorry, pleading guilty, which he really hasn't fully done it yet. All right, but even if you plead guilty, man, whether you plead guilty or not guilty, you're still gonna be judged. All right, is that it?
I had and I was gonna say about that last scripture we read, or when it said about the nobles and the kings, like the brother's going into, when America gets destroyed, these, like he was saying, you elites aren't just gonna come out of your bunker and continue on with your Georgia Guidestone plan. All right, no, it said you're gonna be you're gonna have fetters of iron put on you. All right, and you can go look that up. You know, it's like a slavery device. What you put on us back when we were in slavery. So that's what's gonna come to you. You're going into slavery. All right, you're not about to come out and continue on with your wicked plan, with your proud plan. And then I had this, brother, to back up what you were saying about basic. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High required that which is past. So yeah, it's not just gonna be you put us into a wicked slavery, and now you're gonna get away with the wickedness that you did to the Most High's people. No, it's gonna be required of you. The scriptures say the Most High required that which is past, and that was wicked what you did to His people. You know, you touched the apple of His eye. So that's you know, so it's gonna be recompensed to you double.
Yep. It's Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. It says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith Yahweh of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Okay, so the Most High is going to redeem Israel, and He's sore displeased with these nations. So He's going to punish these nations for putting us in captivity. All right, He was a little pissed off at us. Okay, so He put us into slavery for a set time, but they made it worse, man. They went overboard with it. Okay, and the Most High sees that, and He's wroth with that, because they're not above us, they're below us. So they're going to be put in captivity in their rightful place. Let's go back to Job.
This is Job chapter 15. Job chapter 15,
23.
verse 23. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand.
You see that? So he knows that the day of darkness is coming, man. He knows that he's gonna receive his punishment soon, and very soon, man. All right, that retribution of the blood of the saints is gonna come upon his own head. Okay, doesn't matter how much he cries out and asks repentance and all that. No, he's gonna get his issue, man, for 1,000 years, 1,000 long years, man, and then he's gonna be done away with. Okay, and it's gonna be one of the most beautiful days ever to come to pass in Israelite history, man. The destruction of the nation of Esau, man. Okay, we look forward to it. Hey, he wants to do the same thing to us. He wants to completely, utterly wipe off Israel off the face of the earth. Okay, it talks about that in the history when these other nations conspire to get. Matter of fact, it talks about that in Psalms 83. You know, we don't have to get it, but we know that these other nations intend to destroy us, man. Because they know if we are on the earth and we're in our strength, they're going into captivity. They know that, and we know that. All right. So he's definitely scared of us coming back into this knowledge, man. You know, I'd be too if I knew that a chosen nation that I wasn't a part of is coming back out of slavery to put me in captivity. And I've been ruling over you, and the whole life that I've been living is based off of me capitalizing off of you. Yeah, I'd be scared too. I'd want to get rid of you too. Okay, but it's so many of us, and on top of that, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua isn't going to allow that. Okay. So Esau, man, you're through, man. That's why the scriptures say in Lamentations 4 and 22, rejoice, O Edom, because you got but 21. So like it, you got but a short little time, man. All right, Revelation 12 and 12. You got it. Go ahead.
Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know.
Devil, man, the devil has come down, okay, unto the inhabitants of the earth. The deceiver, okay, the one who deceived everybody into saying, look, I am God. I am the one who you should worship. I am the true inheritor of the earth. Okay? His proud ass, man, the so-called white man. You can still see it today. What's that doctrine that they had when they were conquering America?
Manifest destiny.
Manifest the water, brother. That manifest destiny spirit, man. Okay, from one coast of America from the Atlantic to the Pacific, man. That idea of just conquering everything he sees, man. Hey, it's gonna be put out. All right. It's gonna be put out along with him. Finish it again.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, man. It's an appointed time, okay? It's a specific amount of time that the Most High is going to allow this peon to rule. And after that, there's not going to be any more time left. It's up. It's over with. All right? So we ought to be patient and wait and believe, man. All right? The scripture says in Isaiah, he that believeth shall not. Matter of fact, get that in Isaiah chapter 11. I think it's 11 and 28.
Isaiah 11 and 11?
Yeah. I got to find the verse, though. Where it says it's a precious
16.
cornerstone. No, you're not 28. I'm sorry. Let me see. We're talking about the precious cornerstone. Branch of Jesse. Yeah, Salaki. I might be in the wrong chapter.
I can look it up, brother.
You sure? Yeah, it says I just read it this morning.
What is it? What's cornerstone?
Yeah, you just put precious cornerstone.
Isaiah 28 and 16.
Okay, I knew 28. That's my bad. 28.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power. Behold, it says, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone,
Yep.
a sure foundation.
Yeah, and that's who we believe in, man. Okay, we believe in Yahushua. He is a sure foundation. He is that who we build our doctrine upon. All right, because if you don't have your doctrine built on Yahushua, your foundation is going to be destroyed. All right.
It says,
I'm sorry, your house is going to be destroyed.
He that believeth shall not make haste.
Right, man. So he that believeth isn't gonna be impatient. He's gonna wait faithfully upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, you should lock it for that.
It's cool, brother.
Yeah. But so yeah, we can finish it off in this Job. I know it's going in. We got a couple more verses.
Job 15,
24.
24. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle.
Ooh, man. Back in the ancient world, man, like I said, when you read the history, all right, you have two kings set apart, basically camped against each other, man. Two armies that are set in array. And, you know, say, for example, we right here, and then you got another camp down there by those trees, okay? And you see them, and you're like, damn, okay, we got to make sure that we, you know, got our battle plan ready, man, okay? Because, you know, if we mess up, we're going to die. We all going to die. We're not going to see our kids no more, our wives, our children, our cattle is going to be overtaken, okay? And so Esau is going to have that fiery spirit of trying to come over and overtake and overthrow the armies that the Lord sends. But guess what? It's not going to happen, all right? Because the Most High said what? He said, trouble and anguish shall make him afraid, and they shall prevail against him, okay, as a king ready to battle. So he's going to be fearful, and his fear is going to overtake him, man, okay? Because like I said, that destruction is going to come to pass. It's going to be just too much for him. You read that last verse.
For he stretches out his hand against Yahweh, and strengthen himself against the Almighty. He runneth upon him, even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers.
Right, so he stretches out his hand against the Most High, man. That's the point. And he's saying, look, I'm not going to be overthrown by you, okay? He's proud in his speech, and he's proud in his actions, okay? And so for that, the Most High going to take him out. You can drop down to verse 29.
Verse 29, he shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth.
Right, man. So Esau, like I said, is not gonna prolong his time, and he's not gonna be rich after the Most High takes him out, man. All right. So, like I said earlier, his riches are moth-eaten. Okay, they're gonna perish just along with him, and they're gonna be given unto us. Okay, his riches, all the land that he has, is gonna be given to the nation of Israel, man. All right, to the proper rulers and owners of the world. You got something, bro? Con. All right, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. With that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.